The government has closed all the Indira canteens in the city in an effort to contain the COVID-19 from spreading. The people who are dependent on food served in Indira canteens have been struggling, especially those from economically weaker sections of the society. And my colleague Prajwal Prasad joins us from Malleshwaram. So let's listen in to what Prajwal Prasad found. Well, we have some technical difficulties, so we will be back with Prajwal now. Indira Canteen has been serving food to these economically weaker sections of the society, and people from these sections of the society have primarily depended on Indira Canteen for the kind of cheap food that they get. And now it looks like the government has, somewhere deprived them of the kind of facilities that they availed from Indira Canteen by closing them down across the city in order to contain the COVID-19 spread. And yesterday too, while Indira Canteen was seen offering free food to many people, and it came to light that particular move by Indira Canteen was relaxing the social distancing norm, and hence the Chief Minister also ordered to close Indira Canteen, which was serving them free food. Now Prajwal is connected for us, and he brings us more details from Malleshwaram. So Prajwal, now that Indira Canteen has been closed across the state, how do you think will this affect the economically weaker sections of the society, people from that particular section?
Absolutely, it has had already drastic effects too, because earlier this morning when I had been to Hoskerehalli too, we had seen several groups of poor people who had come in search of food. And right now, even as we are speaking, there are many people who are seated by the sideways and asking whether the Indira Canteen. Presently, we are here at ward number 35 in Aramane Nagar over here, and many people wanted to in fact go ahead and ask whether the Indira Canteen is functioning or not, and we had to tell them that the canteen has been shut due to the lockdown that has been ordered by Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well as the union government too. And many of them also came here, stood here for some time, and then they had to leave too, because majority of the people did not even have an idea that the Indira Canteen had been shut, because the BBMP, the BBMP made it such a news stating that the Indira Canteen will be open and it will also be serving food for 3 times in a day for the economically weaker sections of the society. But as of now, where is the food is what we need to ask. But at the same point of time, the BBMP marshals who were at the Indira Canteen yesterday, when for breakfast, we saw a queue of over 250 to 300 people, and I was there myself at the majestic Indira Canteen too. All the hygienic standards and safety standards were being followed, but social distancing could never be followed over there, because it's quite a cramped space and a congested space, and if you're going ahead and serving food for over 350 to 400 people, it can never be practiced at that point of time. So therefore it was not at all possible for them, and looking at it as a security threat, I beg your pardon, as a major health threat, the BBMP health officers in consultation with the health department finally decided that they will go ahead and shut down the Indira canteens. And as of now, the poor have been left with absolutely no other option also. So from a perspective, if you look at it, yes, what they have done is good, but then where do these people go? How will they be given food? Because every now and then when food is being given out to all these people, they usually run, and when they are found, they are even found on the streets trying to get some water too. So therefore we saw some people who were driving water tankers stop by and at least giving them water also. So this was quite a heartening sight to see. But definitely, these lockdown has its own implications over here too. But all said and done, that is definitely for the safety as well as the betterment of our people, and that is something which the society, especially those those who can afford it and are not staying at homes, should clearly go ahead and understand at this point of time, Deepak.
Also, Prajwal, now that Indira canteens remain closed, is there any alternate measure which is in place for especially this sector of the society, Prajwal?
As of now, there has been no sort of alternate measures that has been made. We are seeing many social workers as well as NGOs and other organizations coming out in the front to go ahead and give food to them. But then they are limited only to the central business districts or from where they are functioning. For example, we saw a man from RT Nagar who had actually gone ahead and given food also. So that was one important thing. And one more thing was the fact that there were many other people as well as hotel owners too who were going ahead ahead and giving food to the economically weaker sections in areas like Majestic. But what about people in Yelahanka? What about people in the far corners of the city? Who will be going ahead and giving them food? Because on a day-to-day basis, even bakeries are not open, and they're finding it even difficult to go ahead and even find a slice of bread also. So this is something which the BBMP will have to think about fast, and they will have to think about in a rather reasonable way. Otherwise, people would also end up dying out of hunger too, and that is something which the government cannot afford at this point of time.
Okay, Prajwal, thank you for joining us with all those details.